You taught youth all over from Trenton to Princeton. That mentorship work is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like teaching young people how to express themselves through spray paint?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. You really have to really give them strict guidelines because with spray paint, they could tear some stuff up in a short amount of time. You have to really guide them through it, teach them how to do it. One of the biggest issues too is it's hard for them to push the cap down on the spray paint and be able to get the can control.
Yeah, that's hard. I've tried that before, bro, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys do that and then do these elaborate pieces or very detailed.
It takes a lot of practice, but with kids, I always just say, the important thing is for them to have fun. There was times when I had taught after school program and in Trenton, and it was like there was days where I was just like, man, none of these kids are getting this. It's not working. And then like I remember like I would see the kids like 10 years later, they're this tells you how old I am, but it's like the kids are in college or after college or working at, a local restaurant or something. And they're like, oh, come up to me like, oh, listen, Mr. Rainbow, I remember you from after school, da 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 da. And it's just like, wow, these kids actually remember me. And these kids, that at that
You made
point
an
you made an
impact.
impact.
Yes.
Even though sometimes it didn't feel like it in the moment, I've been around long enough to see the after effects and that you really did make an impact, but sometimes it was just like, man, I'm not dealing with this because I've thought about doing teaching.
Okay, let's talk about some highlights. What's some of your personal favorite murals or collaborations you ever done?
Oh man, like I feel like one of the favorite ones that we did was like the Ice-T original gangster backdrop. That was my favorite one from that era, because like growing up in California, like oh man, I would just like I loved Ice-T, and just Ice-T, Ice Cube, all those different ones, and just like you never think you'll meet people like that, when you're young, you know what I mean? And then you're like, painting like a background for them or, like, meeting these different people, it was really cool.